Hey friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video has been in high demand. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've been pregnant for what feels like an eternity. I ended up finding out I was pregnant about 4 weeks along, which is super early and kind of uncommon. And then we ended up announcing our pregnancy when I was about 12 weeks along, just because I feel like it was pretty obvious. I was missing from social media because I was so sick and tired, and so I felt like I needed to announce it sooner rather than later. So I am in the final weeks of pregnancy. I'm currently 36 weeks and 3 days, which blows my mind that I'm even here, and I'm actually measuring 2 weeks farther along than I am. So what that means is basically my doctor has measured my belly and my baby throughout my pregnancy, and he is growing very fast. He's gonna be big like his dad. For those of you who don't know, Brad is like 6'3" and I'm 5 feet tall, so I'm actually measuring 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So right now I'm measuring 38 weeks instead of 36. So our little boy could be here any moment. So I've been getting my hospital bag ready for months. You guys have been following me on Instagram, seeing me kind of do some research, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to share the list that I have come up with you guys. I have done so much research. I've watched countless hours of YouTube videos from first-time moms to third-time moms. So I have got an awesome list planned for you guys. I've also gone on the internet, Googled some things, found the top rated 2020 lists of what to bring to the hospital and researched through those. And I've also talked to my mom friends, because that's pretty much the best source that you can go to, is your friends that have already done this. They've already gone through this and they can give you the best advice possible. So this is the ultimate list of, you know, stuff for you to bring, stuff for your spouse, and then stuff for your little one to bring to the hospital. So I'm really, really excited to get into this video. So without further ado, let's start unpacking my hospital bag so I can show you what I'm taking. Hey! So like I was saying, I researched for probably 4 weeks what type of bag to even bring to the hospital, which sounds ridiculous, but I am OCD, type A, all of it. So I just wanted to make sure I had the best bag available for myself that could hold everything that I was going to be bringing. So this is actually a super old vintage Vera Bradley bag that I bought when I was a freshman in high school in 2009. So she's been around for a long time. The reason I ended up just deciding to do a bag that I already have, or use a bag that I already have, is because one, I knew I wanted to kind of buy some nicer things to put in the bag, so saving money, and two, I can wash this gal after I'm done using her. It's 2020, COVID-19, all that stuff. I want to make sure I can clean this as soon as I get home. I know the hospital is probably one of the most sterile environments to be in, and the likelihood of me bringing something home might be minimal just because they are on top of it there, but I want to be able to throw this in the washer and get any kind of germs that could possibly get onto this bag off. If you have a rolling suitcase, like a traveling suitcase that is small and the outside of it is like a hard shell surface, I would highly recommend taking that. Not only is it very easy to open, but you can also wipe down the outside of it just to make sure things are clean. I will link some other bag options for you guys if that's, you know, something you're interested in, you need a bag, but I would highly recommend either using a travel sized rolling suitcase, which I don't have a small one. I only have extremely large ones for extremely long trips, or using a good sized duffel bag. One thing that I want to mention before we dig too deep into my bag, and I forget because pregnancy brain, is that labor and delivery is not like it is in the movies. I've been going to Lamaze classes, and I am not saying that I am an expert because, like I said, this is my first baby. I'm just relaying information that I've received from experts to you guys. So, like I said, labor is not like you see in the movies where you're in the middle of Walmart and your water breaks and you go straight to the hospital. Actually, I did not know this, but only 10% of women start their labor with their water breaking. My mom has had 2 children, me and my brother, and her water broke with me, and that was the start of her labor, and then she didn't even know that her water broke with my brother and was in labor for hours before she even realized it. So everything is very different. So the good thing is if this is your first baby, you might not have to go straight to the hospital. So obviously talk to your primary care physician or your OBGYN or whoever you're working with, midwife, and talk to them and see what kind of protocol they want you to follow, because everybody's body is different and everybody's pregnancy is different. So just keep that in mind. But one thing that might give you some peace of mind, because I know it gave me peace of mind, is your water may not just like break and you may not have to rush to the hospital. I would always keep your bag packed in case that happens. Like after I finish this video, I'm putting these bags in my husband's truck because no matter what, we're going to go to the hospital together and we're going to take his vehicle because it already has the car seat in there. But you may have some downtime when you go into labor because there's 3 different stages of labor. I'm not going to get into that because it's not what this video is about, but this is just like a little side note. You'll probably have some time. I was watching several different videos and women started labor off at home. They were there for like 5 hours. They had time to pack their bag, put on makeup, kind of chill, relax, eat a little snack, all that stuff. So fingers crossed that happens for me. I'll let you guys know. But you will have time to grab anything extra. So if you are using toiletries and you don't want to buy double of something to have in your bag, that's okay. You might have a second to pack them up. So just keep that in mind. But now let's get into this bag. So the first thing I wanted to say, make sure you have your insurance card as well as your ID card. That would really, really suck if you got all the way to the hospital when it's time for you to deliver and you didn't have them. I am crazy and I'm going to make a copy of both and have them in my bag tucked away just in case for any crazy reason I leave my wallet at home because of just like being in the moment and forgetting. So I would definitely recommend having a copy of your insurance card as well as your ID card, like your driver's license, just to have on hand for any particular reason you forget your wallet at home. The other thing I wanted to mention is getting a folder for all the important documents you're going to receive. You're going to get your baby's birth certificate. You're going to get your baby's, information in a ton of forms. So you want to have a file folder that you can slip that into. I'm keeping the file folder in my diaper bag, which I'll go over that in a little bit. But I would definitely recommend just getting a folder that you can shove stuff in because you're going to be so tired after spending hours in labor delivering this baby. You want nothing really to think about, and all you care about is that sweet little baby that you have in your arms. So having that file folder to just shove things mindlessly in and you can look at them later is going to be important, and you'll appreciate having that later. So now let's get into the toiletries. I was in desperate need of a new toiletry bag, so I ended up purchasing one that was super affordable on Amazon. I really like this one because it's huge. It can hold literally so much stuff, and the outside is waterproof and super soft. I'm a more of a function kind of girl than I am like looks, but this one kind of completes both sides. So I went ahead and picked this up on Amazon. Like I said, everything I have is linked in the description box below. You can click on them, find exactly what I'm using, and then other suggestions that I placed down below for you guys. So be sure to check that out. Like I said, this thing is huge. So it opens up like this. And you have another pocket that opens here and one that opens here. So one thing that I really like is it has this great little hook that you can hook this pretty much anywhere and it swivels. So you can hook this bad boy to anything. So I've got everything that I could possibly need in this bag. So we're going to go through what I have in here. Instead of pulling everything out and showing you, I'll pull a couple of things out that I feel like you guys might not know what they are, but I'm just going to quickly run through the list of stuff that I have in this toiletry bag. So up here I have just like a few things that aren't necessarily a necessity. Like necessities are toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant. I'm bringing travel size shampoos, a travel size lotion, just like little things to give you, some comfort so you can clean up. You'll want to clean yourself up. You'll have a shower. You'll have access to all that. So be sure to bring those. So I would highly recommend getting, I have 2 toothbrushes in here, one for me and one for my husband. I have toothpaste, I have a bar of soap, I have makeup wipes just to like wipe my face off, and I have some deodorant, some really nice soothing lotion. I've even seen women bring essential oils. Other things that I have on my list, I have like a hairbrush. I also have dry shampoo, Q-tips, lip balm, that kind of stuff. And so I've linked my favorites in that area below so you guys can see. So those are just some of the things that I would highly suggest packing that you probably need. Then we have some things that you don't necessarily need, but I've talked to several women that they really, really were glad that they had it just because it made them feel like more human after the labor and delivery process, because you're going to be worn out and the next day you might want to freshen up a little bit. Not only are you going to want to get a shower, but you may want to put a little, bit of a face on, maybe fix your hair a little bit. So I'm packing a hair dryer. Some hospitals do have hair dryers, but I've heard that they are horrible. So that's kind of up to you. I really love my hair dryer, so I'm going to pack that. I'm also packing a curling iron and a straightener. Those are just some things that you might want to have on hand to make yourself feel human. I also picked up a little like travel like makeup, like eyeshadow kit. It was like $1 at Target, so nothing crazy. And I always get samples and stuff, so I have some like mascara, I have a couple of extra makeup brushes, things like that. One really cool tip that I would like to share with you guys, and I am going to pull this out, is so I have contacts. I wear glasses and contacts, but I always have contact cases on hand. If you don't need contacts or glasses, you can always pick one of these up for like 50 cents at Target. And so what I did is I used one of my extra ones and I put like some liquid foundation in one side and some powder foundation in the other, so that way I don't have to bring my whole thing if I don't have time to grab it. But yeah, so I have all that. If you are a person who needs glasses or contacts, make sure you bring extra contacts, your contact solution, contact case, and glasses, or you can wear your glasses there, whatever you prefer. Shower shoes. This is like something that not everybody uses, but I'm a weirdo and I just don't want my feet to touch the shower in the hospital. So I do have some shower shoes packed in here. Some postpartum things that you will want to have is a peri bottle. So depending on what kind of delivery you're going to have, you could have a C-section or a vaginal birth. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to have a vaginal birth. Not that there's anything wrong with C-sections. That's just the way I would prefer to do things. But I have a peri bottle. So somebody's probably like, what the heck is that? I didn't know what it was. So you can't wipe down there after you have a baby because it's toe up from the flow up. But anyways, so this is going to be something that you can fill with water and you just spritz down there every time you are, finished using the restroom or whatever, and it helps get that area clean without having to touch it. So the hospital will probably provide you one, but this is a Freedom Mom one. It has great reviews online, and I'll use it at home, after. So I figured I'd bring my own because this one's a little more bougie and fancy, and I want to use it. So I have this linked below for you guys as well. So I've got a peri bottle. Another postpartum thing that you'll want to bring is I'm bringing some nipple pads just to put in my bra in case of any leakage. Your milk doesn't necessarily come in right away, especially if you have a C-section. That reaction, your body is a little bit delayed just because it's in shock. So you may not need them, but I am bringing some extra nipple pads to the hospital. I'm actually using some washable ones because these are supposed to be softer and more comfortable for you. So I have this linked below as well. And so I'm just bringing a couple of these. Are, like I said, washable and super soft and comfortable. Another fun thing that they don't tell you about motherhood is that you're gonna need diapers. So that was my favorite thing to go to the store and buy, was women's Depends. So I ended up bringing, the hospital will provide you a lot of things, side note. They will provide you, some ice packs, things for down there, but some of it, may not be as comfortable. So it's better to have your own stuff that you might like a little better than what the hospital is giving you. So I bought pads as well as adult diapers, and it was the best thing ever because the line was extra long that day in the store when I had to buy these. So it was awesome. But anyways, I've linked the kind that I have below. I also have the Always Infinity Flex Foam panty liners to have in there just because you really don't know what's going to happen. So why not be overly prepared? Then we also have chargers and different things for your phone. Like I said, labor and delivery is a long journey. It's not a quick 2-hour thing. Like, you could be pushing for 2 hours. So you want to have enough, charge on your phone, on your camera, whatever, to document your time, to browse around on social media, whatever, because you're going to have moments where you're not just in the intense labor where you're screaming and crying and wishing that it was over. So I would highly recommend getting a portable charger. This is the one that I found on Amazon, super affordable. I have it linked below for you guys. And then I would also suggest getting an extra long iPhone charger, Android charger, whatever you have to have, because this can sit right next to you, but this eventually will die. Hopefully you'll not be there too long and that this will last a long time. But if you get the 10-foot cord, which I've linked below, you can get 2 for $13. Then you and your spouse can have, your phones completely charged. That way when your little one gets here, you have enough juice left over to call family and friends and celebrate. So that's basically everything that I have packed in my toiletry bag. If you don't have a gigantic, obnoxious toiletry bag like this, then you can use multiple little bags. But I am one of those people that I like everything to be in the same place. Another thing that I would highly suggest is labeling some of the weird stuff in your toiletry bags. So for example, example, the peri bottle, the nipple pads, that kind of stuff, guarantee that your husband probably won't know what that is. So I would probably label some of these things that way. If I need them, I can be like, hey, hun, will you grab me this? It's labeled this kind of thing, and it just saves you both some frustration. So let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is bringing a bath towel. Your hospital will probably provide you a towel, but just in case, go ahead and pack yourself a towel. That way when you shower, you can towel off with something really nice and soft and just get comfortable. Treat yourself, because you are literally delivering another human life into the world, and it's a long, demanding process, and you want to be comfortable after. Next, I want to talk about the comforts that you want to bring. So like slippers, robes, that kind of stuff. So I am bringing some super fuzzy, soft black slippers. I bought some that have the no slip bottom because, you know, hospital floors are slick. I am one of those people that I am hot by nature, so I don't like my toes to be completely like covered up. So I have the kind of like more of like a flip-flop situation with the open toe, but I do have some slippers linked below. These are so soft and fun. I'm going to use them after the hospital, but one thing that I would suggest is getting a dark color. That in your slippers and your pajamas, because unfortunately you're going to be leaking some crazy different fluids after your pregnancy. I've had friends say that they ruin slippers just because you bleed and stuff, and I know that's like gross and not glamorous, but labor and delivery is not glamorous. So I would highly suggest just doing yourself a favor and getting something dark, so that way, you know, if you do get something on it, you can spot clean it, get it off, or I mean, if you want to, you can throw them away. That's up to you, but I want to be able to use these after. So I got a pair of black, plus black is like my favorite color. So I have these linked below, as well as some other slipper suggestions, so be sure to check that out in the description box. Let's talk about robes. So this is something that sounds really silly, but I kind of researched different things because I am one of those people that gravitates more towards a very fluffy, fuzzy robe, but that is something I actually originally purchased for my hospital bag robe, but then I realized that I'm probably going to be really, really hot after delivering a baby, or, you know, it might be hot in the hospital. I had friends say that it was so hot in the hospital, so they brought a portable fan. So that is another suggestion I would recommend, is bringing a portable fan, and I have one linked below. But I mean, your hormones are going crazy, so you're going to be naturally hot. I decided to go with a more thin robe. This is more for just you to be able to cover up in between nursing, just to give yourself something comfortable to wear. And so I did a dark color black, obviously. This one I got from Target. It's really, really soft. It feels like that bamboo material and everything. So I would suggest doing something like this. I do have several different robes linked below. I also do have the plush robe that I had purchased originally linked below, because I did end up keeping that just for myself in the future. But I would suggest getting something lightweight that you can throw on over your pajamas or whatever you're wearing after you deliver your baby, to cover up while you nurse and everything like that. So robe is a must. The next thing I want to touch on is pajamas. So this is something that is up to you. You can, you know, basically do whatever style you prefer. Normally I sleep in just like some sleep shorts and a t-shirt, but I would highly suggest something that is going to button up in the front, because you're going to be nursing more than likely. So I would highly suggest getting a pair of pajamas that you can easily, you know, button up, that stays buttoned. That's super important. I had a couple of friends say they kind of bought some like cheaper pajamas, which is totally fine, but they ended up, the buttons kind of didn't work, and so they would just like open up and then your stuff is out. So I would suggest getting some that have like a nice tight fastening button, and that way you can unbutton, nurse your baby, and then button them back up. So the pajamas that I have several different types linked below, because everybody has a different preference. I ended up doing a short sleeve and shorts type pajamas, but I do have, you know, a nightgown that buttons up in the front. I do have a long sleeve option. I do have a long pants and long sleeve option. So I've got several different ones linked below for you guys, but this is the kind that I have. I would suggest, like I said before, with your robe and your slippers, doing something a darker color. These are ones that I found on Amazon. They're really affordable and cheap, but they have really nice solid buttons. So They are easy to unbutton, but they're also going to stay fastened closed, so I don't flash anybody at the hospital. So I have this top as well as these matching shorts, and they're just really soft and comfortable. Like I said, this day is kind of about you, so go ahead and treat yourself to a nice pair of pajamas so you can feel comfortable. These run true to size. Everything that I've linked, including the Robe, runs true to size, and I will say that I have a Robe and I purchased it in my original size, so extra small, but that's up to you, so just be leery of sizing. The next thing I want to talk about before I go into clothes for going home and all that is I am packing a speaker. I'm bringing this to the hospital just to have some nice music in the background, so I've linked my labor and delivery playlist that I've created on Spotify for you guys. It's kind of one of those, like, I'm like such a chill, like, vibe type music person. It's like a mix between the music from This Is Us, Parenthood, and A Million Little Things, like kind of all on there. But this is the speaker that we have. It's super loud, nice. It's Bluetooth, so it connects to my phone, and so it's one that charges, so I do have the charger, so I have this packed away for us to be able to use. But I have this linked as well. It's on Amazon. It's actually on sale right now, and we love it. It's waterproof, super durable. We take it to the beach every weekend with us, and it's lasted us about 4 years now. Moving into what to wear home. So you have all kinds of options. It's up to you. I am one of those people that I am ready to get back into shape as soon as this baby is born. I've been able to be active this whole pregnancy. I've been very, very blessed with being able to remain active. Things have definitely gotten tougher. I'm not lifting weights currently just because it is so much pressure in my hips and stuff. So I'm just doing body weight exercises and walking. But I am bringing some postpartum leggings. These are going to help suck things up and keep kind of like all your organs in place. As crazy as it sounds, your baby pretty much displaces everything when he or she is growing in there. So I want to have some leggings that are going to kind of, you know, scoop everything up and keep it in place. So I did a lot of research on different postpartum leggings. There are several brands out there that are, you know, very popular. I'm not going to name any names, but they're not necessarily living up to their hype. They're very overpriced, like $75, and I'm just not here for it. So I actually found a pair on Amazon. They are $19, and they had better reviews and just a strong following of different moms that had actually purchased these popular brands and were very disappointed. They were see-through. They weren't compressive enough, and they just were a waste of money. And so I went ahead and bought a size small. I'm normally, like I said, in workout leggings an extra small or small, but for postpartum I have a feeling a small is going to be good because they are very little. But I was looking at different sizing, and most women said they just ordered their true size. So since these are more affordable, you can order 2 different sizes and decide which ones to keep. But I went ahead and ordered a small, and probably, you know, a couple weeks down the road or a few months down the road, I'll end up ordering the extra small because I can still get 2 pair less than what one of the other popular brand costs. This is linked below for you guys. So I'm planning on leaving the hospital. You can wear whatever you like. If you want to wear some comfy joggers, you can do that. You can, I've heard of women wearing dresses, like little sundresses, whatever. But all women have said that they just wore shoes that they could slide their feet in and not think about. So I actually am bringing my Birkenstocks. I don't have them on me right now. I ended up getting a new pair for my birthday, so they are in the mail, and they should be here in the next few days. But I've linked the ones that I've purchased below, as well as another pair that are great to just slide on, be comfortable, mindless, and just you can get out of there. I plan on coming home in leggings, my postpartum leggings, as well as either a nursing cami or a, and then a flannel on top, or I also have a cardigan. I've linked some cardigans below for you guys, but this one I can just throw over my postpartum cami or my nursing cami and be able to nurse if I need to, because babies eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Or I also have a lightweight summer flannel. So I've got both packed just because I change my mind quite often and I like to have options. So I have different links for both of these below for you guys, but you can also bring a nursing bra and a nursing top. It's really up to you. So I actually have my favorite nursing bras linked below. I talked about those in my Instagram stories earlier this week, and they are amazing. They are super soft. They don't clip. They're just kind of like a jersey style material. So it's like a t-shirty style. And then it also is one that you can slip over like a sports bra. I love them because they have like this cross V in the front, and then you can just like pull them open, nurse, and then pull it closed. I discovered them about a week ago, and I haven't taken it off since. So I'm going to grab one real quick and show it to you guys. So this is actually the style that I have that I love. I got 2 for $19 at Target. So I have a black one and a nude one, and I'm going to go back and purchase more. I ended up purchasing a size larger than what I normally would wear, just because it comes in small, medium, large, extra large kind of thing. And they do actually have extra small as well. But your girls are going to grow when your milk comes in. So just keep that in mind. So I ended up going with a medium because during this pregnancy, I've gone from a 32B to a 36C, and I know my gals are going to get a little bit bigger once my milk comes in. So I went ahead and purchased a medium. I've been wearing them literally every day since I got them. I've just been rotating washing this one and the nude color one, and I'm going to go back to the store and buy them. I would highly suggest this. I have them linked below, but I also have this one linked if you are more of you like something more sturdy. I just want to be comfortable. That's my main goal. So I do have nursing bras and a t-shirt packed as well. So basically my plan is to slide on my Birkenstocks, put on my postpartum leggings, wear a nursing cami, which I have my favorite nursing camis linked below. I have this exact cami in white, black, and a heather gray. And so I'm going to be rotating these like for the next couple of months after my son is born. But I'm basically going to put that on, throw my flannel on, take my baby, and get home and get comfortable. A few things that I completely just spaced and forgot to mention that are extremely important to bring is a water bottle, a reusable water bottle, because you are going to be losing a lot of fluids. You want to stay hydrated. So this is my favorite water bottle. I have it linked below. I like it because it has a spout to drink out of. That way I'm not having to like pour water. So definitely bring a reusable water bottle. I love this one because it's insulated, so the ice lasts a really long time. So definitely bring a water bottle. Another thing to bring, so no slip socks. If you want to switch between your slippers, or just have these on hand. So these have the no slip bottom. But if you're not a slipper kind of person, then I would maybe suggest getting some no slip socks just because they're comfortable. You can walk around the hospital in them. So that's something I do have packed as well. And then the final thing that I didn't talk about in my final two things that I didn't talk about when I was talking about my toiletries is bringing vitamins. So I am bringing a little baggie of my prenatal vitamins. You're still going to need to take these after you have your baby because you need those nutrients. Talk to your doctor about this, but this is the brand that I used. I have it linked below. So I'm going to be taking these for a little bit after I have my baby, just because you're going to be needing to replenish those vitamins and minerals and things that you've lost during pregnancy. Another thing that I am bringing is a cooler because I'm actually having my placenta made into capsules. I know that's probably like a weird thing that some people think, ooh, that's disgusting, but there is a lot of benefits to taking your placenta after you have your baby. It helps combat postpartum depression. That is like the biggest reason I'm taking it. I don't want to feel sad or in a funk after my baby's born. I want to experience the joy of motherhood and all that stuff. So it really helps combat postpartum depression, get your hormones back on track, help with your milk supply, just to name a few things. So I am bringing a cooler for my placenta, so check with your doctor if that's something you're interested in, and see how you can work that out. And the final thing that I forgot to mention that I'm bringing for myself is after ease. So I didn't know this, but your body still has cramps and contractions even after you have delivered your baby because things are trying to move back into place. And so after ease will help with that. It's a very strong herbal smell. I have not opened the package that I have yet, but a lot of my friends suggested it. It just kind of helps soothe and ease things and any kind of pains after labor. So I have that linked as well. So now let's move into what to bring for your baby. Hey! Okay, so this is the diaper bag that I have gotten. I researched a lot of different diaper bags, and I found that this one by Freshly Picked is my personal choice. I have it linked below. This is the stone color. I really like it because, one, it's a backpack. but you can also carry it like a side satchel bag. But I am bringing just a few things for baby. So what's really great is your hospital is going to provide you a lot of things after baby is born and after you leave. So diapers, wipes, that kind of stuff, they will provide them for you, so you don't necessarily need to bring those. I had a lot of people say don't bring it, so that way they give it to you and you go home with a lot of stuff. And I've even heard people say bringing like an extra bag for the goodies the hospital gives you, because they're going to give you postpartum stuff to take care of yourself after you have your baby, as well as supplies for your little one. But I am bringing a couple of things for my baby just to have, because I'm bougie like that. So like I said earlier, I have my file folder. I just stuck it in this bag because I'm kind of tight on space in here. One thing I love about this bag is it is very open and deep, so you can fit a lot in there. I am bringing a burp cloth just in case. I also have a portable shusher, which is like, it makes white noise for your baby. It's great to have in your room while you're trying to sleep. One thing that I love is that they keep mom and baby together unless there's a medical emergency. So this will be nice to have, you know, just to give you some white noise in your room, help you sleep, help the baby sleep, that kind of stuff. I also am bringing 2 outfits. I'm bringing him one in case he spits up and needs something extra to wear home. So I've got a little onesie, like footy pajamas, with a cute little hat that my mother-in-law got us, as well as a swaddle, a personalized swaddle. We're not revealing the name of our child until after he is born, but I'm bringing his personalized swaddle that I had made, as well as this little bamboo cap and gown for him. So I have this linked below, and I like it because it's a tie knot bottom. So like I said, I'm a very short girl, but my husband is very tall, so it's kind of a coin toss to know how big my baby is going to be. I have a feeling, since he's measuring 2 weeks farther along than I am, that he's going to be on the bigger side. They did say he is long, so this will be nice to have that option. If he's a long one, I can, you know, tie this to how long or how short he is. But I love this. It has the little flip over glove sleeves, so that way it keeps him from scratching his face. And I just really like these wooden button details. I also have this little name sign. You can purchase these from Amazon, Target, Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to put, you know, his name, all, like the weight, all that stuff on here, so that way I can take some pictures for Instagram, and I wanted to have that to be able to document. So I'm bringing this. I'm going to go ahead and have it pre-filled out, and I'm also going to bring my extra letters and numbers and things to have, so I can, you know, document that really important moment. Another thing that I am bringing is a car seat cover. This is not only a car seat cover, so you can cover up his entire carrier car seat thing while you're carrying him through the hospital in case he's fussy, but it's also a nursing cover, so it doubles as both. Some other things that I would suggest to bring for your baby is your nursing pillow. So this is our boppy that we have. I have it in a water resistant cover because babies spit up and all that stuff. So I am bringing this, so when I'm nursing him, I can just, you know, kind of give myself some time to rest and everything. So I've heard time and time again, bring your boppy if you can. If they come in this really convenient carrier case, I would suggest doing that. I have the link to this boppy and the cover, as well as a water resistant cover below. Other things that you'll want to bring for baby, just to have, obviously your car seat / carrier. I don't know if you'll necessarily need your stroller, but you can keep that in the back of your car. And the baby book. So I don't have this on me yet. It's coming in the mail from Amazon, but I have the one that I picked out below. This is great because you can get their little footprints and handprints made in the baby book. I saw a couple of moms suggest this, and I just love that idea, to get his fresh new little fingerprints and footprints documented in that book. I thought that was a really great, sweet suggestion that I think that you would really like to have on hand. So those are just a few things that you need for baby. You really don't need a lot because the hospital is going to provide you a lot of different supplies. So I would suggest keeping your diaper bag kind of empty in terms of just having room for you to be able to stick things in there. So next, let's talk about what to bring for your spouse, because your spouse is going to be your partner in crime during this time. They're going to be your encouragement. You need them. there with you. And thankfully, you know, things with COVID have kind of slowed down, at least in our area, and so I am able to have one labor and delivery partner, which is going to be my husband, Brad. So I wanted to make sure I packed him all the essentials. My husband being in the military, he's kind of used to not being comfortable. I want to make sure, since he is going to be my source of comfort and support during labor and delivery, I wanted to make sure I had enough stuff for him to be comfortable later. The first thing I am packing, and I'm also packing this for myself, is a pillow. I have heard time and time again that hospital pillows and blankets are the worst. So I am bringing both of us pillows. I went ahead and purchased extra pillows. I got some from Target. I've linked them below. They're super squishy and soft and very affordable. So I went ahead and bought some for us and have them packed in our bags. Like I said, you're probably not going to go into labor and have to rush to the hospital. So I have him and myself packed pillows, and I also have blankets packed as well. I'm not gonna open his bag up and go through it because I really didn't purchase a whole lot for him, but I did get some blankets and things, you know, so we have soft, comfortable stuff. I went ahead and linked that in the description box below. I also have just a couple of extra things for him. So most of the toiletries, actually all of our toiletries, so toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, that kind of stuff we're going to share. That's all in my bag. So for him, I'm just bringing 2 t-shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, a pair of sweatpants in case he gets cold, a pair of slide-on shoes, and he'll probably wear a pair of tennis shoes as well. I've also got extra socks and undies packed for him. And then I went ahead and packed him some of his favorite candies. I went ahead and packed some protein bars and granola bars so he has something with nutrients in it, because you guys know I am a nutritionist. I don't want him living off of gummy bears and cookies. But I did also make my favorite chocolate chip cookies, and I went ahead and froze them. So all we have to do is grab them out of the freezer and throw them in his bag and go. So those are just the things that I have packed for my spouse. But that basically sums it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it really informative. As always, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. I look forward to growing the Measure Me whole family, and I would love to get to know you. So if you're a new subscriber, please comment below so I can say hi. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much. The next video I'm going to do is a recap of what I did and didn't use. I'm also going to be starting a new vlog series for my postpartum journey, how I'm going to get back into shape after our baby is born. So stay tuned for that. I look forward to getting back on here and sharing more videos with you guys. So until next time, I'll see you later.